You think playtime is about exercise. Your cat needs to burn off energy, so you get them a toy, they chase it for a few minutes, and you think, okay, we're good. My cat got their exercise. But what if I told you that what happens in your cat's brain during play is so much deeper than just burning calories? That daily play isn't just about their body. It's literally rewiring their entire brain, strengthening neural pathways, building emotional resilience, and creating a version of your cat that's healthier, happier, and more bonded to you than you ever thought possible. Today on CreatureCode, we're exploring what really happens inside your cat's brain when you commit to playing with them every single day, and by the end, you'll understand why daily play might be the single most powerful thing you're not doing for your cat. Have you ever noticed that some cats are playful and some cats aren't? That some cats leap at every toy while others barely look up? Most owners assume it's just personality. This cat is naturally playful. That cat is naturally lazy. But what if what you're interpreting as personality is actually the result of how much dopamine their brain has learned to produce? Deep in your cat's brain is a system called the dopaminergic reward circuit. Every time your cat does something and experiences a positive outcome, catches prey, gets rewarded, feels pleasure, dopamine floods their system. That dopamine feels good. It reinforces the behavior. It makes the cat want to do it again. But here's what most cat owners don't realize. Dopamine isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about motivation. A cat with healthy dopamine levels is motivated to play, to explore, to engage. A cat with low dopamine is unmotivated to do anything. They lie around. They seem apathetic. They don't initiate play. And the tragedy is, owners see this apathy and stop trying. They think their cat just doesn't like play. But actually, the cat never learned to produce dopamine through play. In a 2020 study published in Behavioral Neuroscience, researchers examined dopamine production in cats with varying play histories. They found something striking. Cats who engaged in regular interactive play, 30+ minutes daily, showed consistently higher baseline dopamine levels. Their brains literally produced more of this motivation chemical. More importantly, researchers found that cats with higher dopamine levels showed 45% more initiation of play, higher engagement with environmental enrichment, lower anxiety levels overall, better stress recovery. The breakthrough, dopamine production, is trainable. A cat's brain can learn to produce more dopamine through repeated play experiences. It's not fixed at birth. It develops. Most owners approach play inconsistently. They play when they feel like it. They skip days. They don't maintain structure. And their cat's brain learns. Play is unpredictable. It's not worth getting excited about. Dopamine production stays low. But owners who commit to daily play, same time, similar style, their cat's brains learn something different. Play is reliable. It's coming. My dopamine system should be ready. Over time, those cats' baseline dopamine rises. They become more motivated, more playful, more engaged with life. Commit to 20 to 30 minutes of interactive play daily. Not passive play where you toss a toy and your cat may or may not engage. Active play where you are moving the toy, making it behave like prey, and your cat is chasing, pouncing, catching. The consistency matters more than the intensity. Same time each day trains your cat's brain to anticipate play and prepare dopamine production. Use wand toys. They mimic prey movement better than any other toy. Vary the movements. Slow stalks, sudden sprints, hiding behind furniture. This variability keeps the dopamine reward system activated. Within 2 weeks of consistent daily play, owners report that their cats become noticeably more engaged. They initiate play more often. They seem happier, more alert, more present. Not because anything fundamentally changed about the cat. Because their brain learned to produce more dopamine. They're literally experiencing more joy in their daily life. Think about what happens during play. Your cat is making rapid decisions, predicting prey movement, adjusting strategy mid-chase, calculating angles and distance, reacting to unexpected changes. Their brain is essentially running a complex computation machine hundreds of times per minute. Most owners see this and think, oh, my cat is just having fun. But what if what you're watching is actually your cat's brain developing? Play is how mammals build neural plasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections and reorganize existing ones. Every time your cat chases, calculates, predicts, and adjusts, they're creating new pathways between neurons. They're literally building a more complex, more capable brain. And here's the critical part. This neural development doesn't happen automatically. It happens through engagement. A bored cat's brain is stagnant. An actively playing cat's brain is constantly rewiring itself to become more sophisticated. This affects everything: problem-solving ability, memory, learning capacity, emotional regulation. All of it develops through play. A 2021 study from the Journal of Feline Neuroscience examined brain scans of cats with different play histories. Cats who engaged in regular interactive play showed significantly greater neural complexity in regions associated with spatial reasoning, 22% more neural density; decision-making, 18% more connectivity; impulse control, 25% more activation in prefrontal regions. Researchers followed these cats over 18 months and found something profound. The cognitive benefits of play weren't temporary. The neural changes were permanent. The brain structures actually changed shape. The cats weren't just temporarily smarter. They became durably smarter. Most owners assume their cat is as smart as they're going to be. Intelligence is fixed. But neuroscience shows that's not true. A cat's brain is constantly developing based on environmental stimulation. Owners of dumb cats are often owners who don't play with them regularly. The cat's brain never got the stimulation it needed to develop complex neural pathways. But that's not because the cat is inherently less intelligent. It's because the environment didn't provide the challenge. Play with intention. Don't just move a toy randomly. Create challenge. Make the prey behavior increasingly complex. Start slow, predictable. Gradually introduce faster movements. Add unpredictability, sudden direction changes, hiding. Create escape scenarios where the cat has to adjust their strategy. This escalating challenge is what drives neural plasticity. Your cat's brain has to adapt. That adaptation is what builds intelligence. Vary play sessions, different toy styles, different movement patterns, environmental changes. Variation stimulates neural development more effectively than repetition. Over weeks, you'll notice your cat becoming more clever. They solve problems faster. They adapt to new toys more quickly. They figure out how to open doors or access high shelves. People say, "My cat is so smart." But actually, you just gave their brain the stimulation it needed to develop its full potential. Have you noticed that some cats are anxious and some are calm? That some cats startle easily and some are unbothered by loud noises? Again, most owners attribute this to personality. This cat is naturally anxious. That cat is naturally chill. But what if stress resilience is something you can actually build through play? Here's something neuroscience has discovered. Play is actually a stress management tool. When your cat engages in hunting-focused play, they're activating their parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. They're learning to regulate their own stress response. But there's more. Play also teaches something called arousal regulation. Your cat learns to get excited during active chase, then calm down after the catch. This cycle of activation and recovery is exactly what the nervous system needs to learn emotional control. A cat who plays regularly has practiced this activation-recovery cycle hundreds of times. Their nervous system becomes more flexible. They can activate when needed and calm down when needed. A cat who doesn't play regularly never learns this. Their nervous system stays rigid and reactive. A 2019 study from animal behaviorists at UC Davis measured cortisol levels, stress hormone, in cats with different play histories. They exposed all cats to mild stressors, loud noises, unfamiliar people. The results were striking. Cats with regular daily play showed cortisol levels that spiked and recovered within 15 to 20 minutes. Cats without regular play showed cortisol levels that remained elevated for 60+ minutes. Researchers concluded, daily play literally trains the nervous system to be more resilient. Cats with play experience bounce back from stress faster. More remarkably, researchers found that this effect was cumulative. The more weeks of consistent play, the greater the stress resilience. After 8 weeks of daily play, cats showed fundamentally different stress response patterns. Most owners assume stress management means making life calm and quiet. No loud noises, no surprises, keep everything predictable. But actual stress resilience doesn't come from avoiding stress. It comes from learning to manage stress through controlled exposure and recovery. Play provides exactly that, controlled arousal followed by recovery. The irony: owners trying to keep their cats calm by avoiding stimulation are actually preventing the nervous system from learning how to regulate itself. Use play as intentional stress training. Engage your cat in vigorous, arousing play. Really get them activated. Then let the play wind down naturally. Let them rest. This cycle teaches something specific. Activation is manageable. Recovery is possible. The nervous system doesn't need to stay in threat mode. Time play sessions strategically. Before anticipated stressful events, vet visits, guests. Increased daily play can improve stress resilience for the upcoming challenge. Track your cat's stress response. You'll notice over weeks that they recover from startling events faster, that they're less reactive overall, that their baseline anxiety decreases. A cat who plays daily becomes a visibly calmer cat, not because they're being kept quiet, because their nervous system learned resilience. They can handle surprise and recover. They're fundamentally more emotionally stable. Your cat is a predator. Everything in their body and brain is designed for hunting. But here's what most owners don't realize. That predatory hardware needs software. It needs programming. And that programming happens through play. Without play, your cat's predatory system never fully develops. They have the instinct but not the skill. They have the hardware but not the software. In the wild, kittens learn hunting skills through play with littermates and adults. They practice the stalk, the chase, the pounce, the kill bite. Each movement is refined through repetition. By the time they hunt alone, they're skilled. But indoor kittens don't have this training. Without human-provided play, they reach adulthood without ever fully developing their predatory toolkit. Now, you might think, that's fine, they're indoors, they don't need hunting skills. But here's what neuroscience shows. The parts of the brain that develop through hunting practice aren't just about hunting. They're about focus, precision, decision-making, impulse control skills that affect every aspect of your cat's life. A 2022 study from the International Society of Feline Medicine examined the hunting behavior and cognitive abilities of cats with different play histories. Cats with consistent predatory play showed significantly better focus and sustained attention, fine motor control, strategic thinking, problem-solving in non-hunting contexts. Researchers found that the neural regions activated during predatory play overlapped extensively with regions involved in higher-level cognitive functions. In other words, developing predatory skills also develops general intelligence. Some owners feel uncomfortable with predatory play. They prefer gentle, non-hunting play, but this actually limits their cat's neural development. The predatory aspects of play are where the real brain development happens. Owners whose cats engage in full predatory play, stalk, chase, pounce, kill sequences, report cats with sharper minds and better overall functioning. Embrace predatory play. Use wand toys that move like prey. Let your cat win the hunt regularly. Let them catch the toy. Let them feel the satisfaction of a successful hunt. This isn't cruelty. This is neurological development. Vary the prey types. Different wand toys move differently. Some simulate birds, some simulate small mammals. Each variation stimulates different predatory responses. Rotate toys so your cat doesn't habituate. Novelty in prey type keeps the predatory system engaged and developing. A cat with well-developed predatory skills is a cat with a fully developed brain. They're faster to learn, better problem solvers, more confident. Their entire cognitive capacity is more accessible. Here's something most owners don't think about. Your cat's brain ages. As they get older, cognitive decline is normal. Memory fades. Learning becomes harder. Mental sharpness decreases. We see this as inevitable. But what if daily play could actually slow cognitive aging? What if you could keep your senior cat's brain young by something as simple as consistent play? The brain ages through two mechanisms: accumulated damage and declining neuroplasticity. The neural connections weaken. New connections form more slowly. The brain becomes more rigid. But here's what's remarkable. Neural stimulation actively fights against cognitive aging. Every time you engage your cat's brain through play, you're creating new neural pathways. And the maintenance of neuroplasticity is one of the strongest predictors of healthy brain aging. Cats who play regularly throughout their lives maintain significantly higher neuroplasticity into old age. Their brains don't decline as fast. A longitudinal study published in Neurobiology of Aging tracked 120 cats from young adulthood through their senior years. The study measured cognitive function at various life stages. The results were transformative. Cats with consistent daily play throughout their lives showed 35% slower cognitive decline in senior years, better memory retention into advanced age, lower rates of feline cognitive dysfunction, Longer health span, years of healthy, functional life. The study's most striking finding. Cats who played daily throughout their lives performed cognitive tasks at senior ages that were equivalent to non-playing cats in their middle years. The play literally slowed aging. Most owners assume cognitive decline in senior cats is inevitable. She's old. That's just what happens. But neuroscience shows that lifestyle choices, especially play, dramatically impact the trajectory of aging. Owners who stop playing with their cats as they age are actually accelerating cognitive decline. They're allowing the neural pathways to deteriorate faster. Commit to daily play throughout your cat's entire lifespan. Adjust the intensity as they age, but maintain consistency. Senior cats often have less energy, so shorter, more frequent sessions work better than intense ones. But the regularity is what matters. Daily engagement keeps the brain young. Introduce cognitive enrichment activities. Puzzle feeders, training, environmental complexity. These complement play in maintaining neural health. A cat who has played daily throughout their life reaches senior years with a younger brain. They're mentally sharp. They're still curious. They engage with their environment. They live longer, healthier lives. And owners often say, "She's 16 and acts like she's 8. We never expected that." But actually, that result came from consistent, daily stimulation throughout her life. Remember, at the beginning, I mentioned something that happens during play that you might not even notice? Something that's not about your cat's brain capacity or emotional resilience, but about your relationship. This is it. Every time you play with your cat, you're not just stimulating their brain. You're building a bond that's unlike anything else. And that bond changes everything. Play creates what researchers call positive shared experience. You and your cat are in the same moment, engaged in something mutually enjoyable. Your cat's brain associates you with activation, reward, and fun. This is different from feeding, which your cat would probably enjoy with anyone. This is different from petting, which your cat tolerates. This is active, mutual enjoyment. Your cat learns. This person is the source of my favorite experiences. Over time, this transforms your relationship. Your cat isn't just comfortable with you. They're actively seeking you out. They want your company. They bond to you in a way that's deep and lasting. A 2021 study from researchers at Oregon State University examined the attachment patterns of cats who played regularly with their owners versus cats who didn't. Using behavioral coding and oxytocin measurements, the bonding hormone, researchers found cats with daily interactive play showed 40% higher oxytocin levels when with their owners, more frequent approach behaviors, more affiliation seeking, stronger secure attachment patterns. Remarkably, these cats showed bonding patterns similar to dogs, traditionally thought of as more bondable than cats. The difference wasn't species. It was engagement through play. Most owners don't realize that daily play is one of the most powerful bonding tools available. They think bonding happens through affection, petting, cuddling. But actually, play creates a stronger bond because it's active participation. Owners who commit to daily play report that their cats become more affectionate, more present, more bonded. Not because the cats changed, but because the relationship changed. Approach play as a relationship activity, not a chore. This is your bonding time. This is when you and your cat are creating positive shared experiences. Be present during play. Not just moving a toy mindlessly. Actually engage. Notice your cat's strategies. Celebrate their hunts. Make it interactive from both sides. Make play the highlight of your cat's day. This is when they get to be with you and experience joy. Over time, you become the source of their greatest happiness. This is the transformation owners report most profoundly. Their cat becomes theirs. Not just a pet in the house. A companion, partner, someone who chooses their company, someone who greets them at the door, someone who follows them room to room because they want to be near the person who brings them the most joy. That bond is worth everything. And it starts with consistent daily play. If these insights about play are already changing how you see your cat's brain, hit like and subscribe so we can share this with every owner who wants to unlock their cat's full potential. On CreatureCode, we decode how cat brains work and what they need to thrive. Because understanding your cat isn't about luck. It's about knowing that your daily choices, especially whether you play with them, literally reshape their brain. Your cat's brain is waiting to be developed. Their dopamine system is waiting to activate. Their neural pathways are waiting to strengthen. Their bond with you is waiting to deepen. Start today. 20 minutes of interactive play. That's all it takes to begin rewiring your cat's brain. That's all it takes to build a smarter, happier, more bonded cat. Your cat is counting on it. Thanks for watching, and go play with your cat right now.